Peace and blessings, y'all. Just wanted to let y'all know that we deleted a lot of the episodes. There's about 50 of them left in there for y'all to enjoy. Just wanted to start fresh. So this is a small episode. Enjoy this music, too.
Coming from the city, one shot, no do-overs. Heard it was war, and you left to a blue over. I am not the head that I flew over. Look at you, look at me, look at us. You the type to book a nigga, I'm the type that's cooking up. I'm a plug, he's a plug, she's a plug, need a plug. Come and find us, nigga, yeah, look us up.
Y'all know loose lips sink ships, right? Alright, just thought I'd say that.
It's really no calling loose. Troopers on the highway, fuck that. Call an audible. I was moving work before they made phones portable. Probably want you dead if you a rat. When I thought of you, I'm in the cut and I'm smoking herb. I say it around here, then I spoke your word. Yeah, this shit is like poetry. Can't hold on, but you can't let go of me. Cause that's the shit the niggas train for. I got a valid nigga. Anything you hear, nigga, breathe on. This the shit the niggas train for. It's about the principles, my nigga. This the shit the niggas bleed for.
Peace and blessings, y'all. I think I'm live here. So, basically, I think this is my first time live, yep. This is DVJ and Michelle from the Cold World Podcast. You know what I'm saying? We're coming to y'all from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Yeah, this is my first time on this live shit. But, just feeling a little upset today, you know what I mean? And, I'm just going to take about maybe 10 minutes to discuss white supremacy. You know what I mean? Because I think a lot of us are truly not understanding what the fuck it means and how it's affecting us, especially us Harris supporters. And here's my main thing with this. If you're somebody black or brown and you supported Donald Trump, I call him Tramp, or Orange Man, you helped fuck us over. You helped screw the rest of us over that were supporting Harris. And I know a lot of y'all have buyer's remorse, you just won't admit it. Because that's one of the toughest things in the world in life is for people to admit that they fucked up or made a wrong choice. What is that, y'all? Why can't we admit when we're wrong? When you're sitting there, you Trumpers, when you're sitting there, it's just you and then four walls and you're just by yourself. You can't lie to yourself. Y'all know that, right? It's impossible to lie to your own brain. So, my thing with this is, I'm not getting over it. I'm not getting over this shit. Because what happened here is, and that's my thing, like white people, like I expected them to vote for Trump because that's their teammate. You know what I mean? Because if you even heard it during the election before dude got nominated president and shit, I was watching this town hall meeting. It was out of Georgia, and there was like 3 white ladies there, and there were 3 black women there. And the reporter was asking them, you know, they had played a clip of all the bullshit, all the racist stuff, all the shit, right, that Trump's been saying and doing basically since he came out in that elevator in, what was that, 2015 or 2016, spewing the racism. That's what he's been running on the whole time, racism. And people can't see that. But anyways, so they had asked the black ladies, right? They're like, well, you know, who do you think you're considering voting for right now? And the black women were like, they either said that they didn't know if they were going to vote or they were going to support Harris, right? And then they asked the white ladies, they're like, so who are you going to support? And then they were asking them about, I remember one white lady, she was like, well, I don't really like some of the things that Donald Trump says, some of the remarks and some of the comments I really think are unnecessary, but I'm going to hold my nose and vote for him. That's because that's their teammate. That's that white skin. They're teammates. She'll sit there and say she don't like the racial comments, but she has more in common with dudes, so she's still willing to hold her nose and vote for a racist. And my issue is this, and here's the other thing too. You know y'all black and brown Trump supporters, the 10 to 12% of y'all that did that shit, y'all might as well be white racist individuals yourself. Because to be honest with you, it hurts more that black and brown people did that. And then you had all of us, you had the 85 to, what was it? They said about 10 to 12% of black and brown people supported Donald Trump. So here it is, let's say, so you have the other 85% of your own people, of your own black and brown people, telling y'all not to fuck with Trump. Providing information, just all this shit, right? People that look like you, people that have the same shit in common with you and this, I'll say this too. I'm all over the place because I'm just a little upset right now, you know what I mean? But it's just crazy to me that we've spent all this time trying to tell people not to support, dude, your own people. And then they went on ahead and did it anyways. They're basically saying, fuck us. You're just basically saying, fuck my life, right? So basically what you did is supported racism and screwed us over. And then you want to tell us to get over this shit? I ain't getting over nothing. All right, y'all, I'm going to end this right now because I got a lot to say, you know what I mean? And I just want to just be careful because, man, this shit. But this live, this first time I've been on this live shit. But I just wanted to say, you know what I'm saying, for you black and brown Trump supporters, I don't feel no remorse for you because I know y'all have buyer's remorse. You have to. This is the thing I always thought, right? Because I'm a little older. I'm not older, but I'm a little older. I've been around a little bit, right? And I just remember, I would say even 10 years ago, I'm very confident that I could walk up to another black or brown individual, right? Let's say I'm going to create a scenario. Let's say someone was saying, let's say a white individual was spewing some racism about black and brown people, right? Just like a major story came on, right? Just straight up bullshit, right? And here I live in Milwaukee, right? Now, there could be someone across the other side of the country that lives in California or New York or wherever, right? And I could have a conversation with that stranger, right? We're strangers. And I could ask that person, be like, man, did you hear about what dude said about black and Mexican people? Did you hear what that dude was saying? You heard about that story? And then I'd feel confident that other black or brown individual would be like, yeah, man, I heard about that shit too. That's fucked up, man. I can't believe they were saying that shit about us. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We'd be in agreement. We'd be in agreement about it, right? Nowadays, you don't know what you're going to get. Because I've had situations where I ran into people, right? It could be on an elevator. It could be out in public, wherever, at work, whatever, right? And you could tell somebody, you could go up to somebody and be like, man, did you hear what Trump was just saying about us and shit? You heard that comment he said about black people, about Mexican people? Man, that's some bullshit, right? You could say that to this individual. Nowadays, you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know what the response might be back. The response from them might be back, oh, I agree with dude. Yeah, I agree with him. And now you're like all fucked up, like, wait, what, dude? You agree with that shit? You know you're black, right? You know you're Mexican, right? I thought race, because, there's always this question in the black community, like, it's always like, we need to come together, right? And fight all this bullshit and stuff like that. I don't know if that's even possible anymore. I don't know if that's possible, but I thought we were all on the same page when it came to race. As black and brown people, we could be complete strangers. That's the analogy I was using. We could be complete strangers from across the country. You could have a black or brown person that lives in New York and have another black or brown person that lives all the way in Cali. And they should be on the same page when it comes to race. That's what we should always be able to come together on, is race. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm going to get out of here, y'all. But I just wanted to take a minute. And plus, I just wanted to test this live shit out because I ain't never did it before. I don't even know if I did it right. Not sure. I might not even have set this up right. All right, y'all. But I'm going to go on and get out of here. And if anyone has anything they want to talk about or mention, you know what I'm saying? Hit me up. I think I'm still live on this shit. How do you shut this shit down? All right. So Trump and his goons put a 25% tariff on any cars not made in the United States. So you know what people are going to start doing now, right? I mean, I don't know how small amount of people or how big amount of people to do this, but I think people are going to just start buying cars and have them shipped from whatever country they buy it from. Because that is a thing. You can you can purchase a car from another country and have it shipped. You know what I mean? Without going all the way over to the other country to get a car and shit. Like, that's too much. But I'm saying, you can literally have it shipped. That's a thing. And if you think about it, so let's say you were going to go buy a $20,000 car, right? So 25% tariff on that, that's $5,000, right? That's 5 G's. Tax. Basically, they just need to stop calling it a tariff. It's a tax. It's a tax. So just think about this. That $5,000 tax, in reality, that's a decent used car you could get. Somebody could get a used car with that $5,000, right? So pre-tariff or pre-tax, $25,000, you'd be able to get you 2 cars. So you could get you a nice little used car for the 20 and then get you a decent used car for 5,000. You ain't going to get nothing special, but you can get something solid for 5, something very solid. Think about that. That's crazy. That tax is the equivalent of a whole used car. Because as a matter of fact, Michelle's daughter just bought a used car. It cost her, I think, about $3,000-4,000. So there it is. You know what I'm saying? So I do believe you're going to see some of that. Yep, people purchasing cars, overseas and then having it shipped. And that is a thing too, because I just looked it up. Because I know they have those services where now you can go online, find a car, purchase it, and they bring it to your door and shit. So I know if they're doing that, you can, but that's going to be a thing. That's going to be a thing because, those cars over there are going to still be the prices they are. You know what I mean? For their citizens in whatever country it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, I would assume that other countries, because they're going to be preparing for that. If I figure that out in my mind, obviously they have, you know, people in the auto industry and all that do all that stuff. So I'm sure they're already preparing for that. And they're going to probably add a tax on, like if you're someone that, let's say, say I'm in Milwaukee and I want to buy a car from somewhere and I don't know, wherever, right? Another country. So when you purchase that car, you know, obviously all your info is going to be, you know, it's going to have to get vetted and all that. So they're going to know what city and state you're from. They're going to know you're from the United States. So I'm sure they're going to probably they would hit me with a tax because I live in the United States. You know what they should do too with that? It should be like, I just added a layer. Something I thought about just for shits and giggles. You know what they should do? Like, so if that was a scenario, right? Because I could see that playing out. If you're someone from the United States and you want to purchase a car from overseas and have it shipped to you, they're going to tax you because you live in the United States, right? You know what you could do? I wish they had some shit in there. Because the tax would be because of Donald Trump's bitch ass, not just because they wanted to do it. It'd be because of Trump. You know, negative ripple effect on us. So what would happen is, you know what would be cool? Is if, like, there was another box you checked, right? And they asked you on the thing for the paperwork for the car and all that. They asked, you know, who your political leader or who you supported. If you're a Harris supporter, they don't tax you. You don't get hit with the tariff. But if you're a Trump supporter, they hit you with a tariff. That would be cool as hell, wouldn't it? I didn't ask for no goddamn tariffs. I didn't vote for Donald Trump. You know what I mean? That would be cool as hell. Like, people that didn't support him, like, we should get a break. You know what I mean? We shouldn't have to pay all that money for them eggs. We should, I know I'm just talking shit now, but you know what I'm saying? Shit, the Trumpers, they always want to separate themselves and act like, you know what I mean? Like they get to live by one set of rules. And then what was that lady's name? The Secretary of Defense lady? The little skinny little gnome lady? What's her name? I don't know. She doesn't look too well. She needs to eat a couple sandwiches or something. She looks horrible. She really does look horrible. Lot of Botox going on there too. Her face don't even move. Like when she was talking, I'm like, dude, like her face ain't even moving. It's like a piece of wood. All right, y'all. Let's get back to this episode. I don't even remember what I was talking about. I'll be getting so frustrated with this stuff, but like I've been like lately just trying to chill out and not talk about it as much because it's easy just to get upset about this shit. I've never experienced, and I'm not, to be honest with y'all, like I really just started getting into politics, I'm going to say probably about 6 or 7 years ago. No, it's been a little longer than that. I'll say maybe about 7, 8 years ago. Because like when I got out of prison, like I was in tune with stuff, but you know, I was most of my time and energy was focused on working and just getting ahead, you know what I mean? And just like all that stuff. And, so like we would listen to like talk radio and stuff like that, and you know what I mean? But it wasn't all like, but then like a couple years in and just listening to stuff and just seeing what's going on around, and then, you know, the election stuff started rolling around. Yeah, because I got out in 2013, and then Trump's bitch ass started running, what was that, late 15 or 2016 and shit? And just when all this bullshit started, man. Dude's literally out here fucking people's lives up. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. About to go pick Michelle up. Oh, by the way, too, I deleted. We had like 400 and, man, I think we had like 420 something episodes. I deleted like a lot of our episodes. Because my phone just, you know, I do the majority of the recordings I do right on my phone. You know what I mean? So I save the recordings and stuff like that, the episodes. So just imagine I had like over 400 some episodes basically just stored in my phone. You know what I mean? It was starting to fuck my internal storage and space out of my phone, you know what I mean? So I ain't trying to buy a new phone right now and all that stuff. So, 'cause I got 2 phones, but one of them I don't use anymore, but it's mine. I paid for it. I own it, so I'm going to keep it. But, yeah, it was just taking up a lot of space. And then, like, I was having to, like, clear shit out, delete apps that I really didn't want to free up space. And then, too, I was noticing, like, when I would record and I would try, you know, like, for people that are on the Podbean app, like, when you record or whatever, and then you try to, like, upload it or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't upload. And it was saying, like, that I had to free up space and all this shit. And I'm like, you know what, man? I'm just going to go in and delete these episodes. So basically, I deleted almost all of them. I got like maybe 50 or 60 episodes left for y'all to listen to. So just enjoy those if you're interested. If not, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, because one thing I'm not going to do, though, is break my neck because I noticed, like, last week, we put out about maybe 5 or 6 episodes. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Like, we podcast pretty much every day. There might be one day out the week where we don't, like, not at all. We don't do shit. But normally, you know, we're putting content together every day. I usually put an episode together every day. So I was just noticing, I'm like, well, people ain't keeping up with the episodes. Like, it would be like, I'll give an example. Like, let's say it's a Friday. And then you would have people, like, downloading episodes from, like, Tuesday, you know, 2 or 3 days before. I'm like, I pushed that episode out 3 days ago. Why are people just now downloading that one? And then I was thinking, oh, dude, like, you got a lot of episodes. You know, it's a lot to sift through. You know what I mean? You can't expect everyone to listen to all that stuff. So I was just like, man, just condense it, get rid of some. Because the majority of those no one's listening to anyways. You know what I mean? Like ones from, you know, 7, 8 months ago and stuff like that. There's no point keeping that all on there. Because no one's really going. I don't think anyone really does that much, especially when you have over 400-something episodes. You know what I mean? That's almost impossible to expect people to listen to all that. That's not even realistic. But yeah, so I just condensed some of them, you know what I mean? I got rid of some because now I basically killed 2 birds with 1 stone. I was able to create a lot of more space, not have to get rid of apps. And yeah, so just enjoy those. We got all the one, you know, the latest ones and stuff like that. Shit like that or whatever. It was, pardon the cussing, but yeah. All right, but I'm going to get out of here. It's time to go pick Michelle up. Hi, Marley. And enjoy the episodes. And we'll be back with more. All right, y'all. Stay safe. Protect your peace. And do something good for somebody. All right, y'all. Peace. Hi, Chewy. Hi, Marley.